Hi everybody, welcome to Adobe Live on Behance.net. My name's Michael Jarrett. I'm here with Kristine Arth.
Hi.
We are kicking off another day of graphic design, so you're in the right place. If you're joining us in chat, we'd love to know where you're from, what time it is, and the best thing that happened to you today. So go ahead and let us know.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's early too, so you never know.
It's early here. Some people might be tuning in the middle of the night. We'll just see.
That's true. I like this.
So like I said, we're kicking off day 2 of graphic design this week. Let's take a look at the schedule because we have some really amazing designers joining us here today. Again, we're here with Kristine Arth, going to be working on some AIGA stuff.
Woo.
Later, Fair Projects is being hosted by Kathleen, and Erica is hosting Christy Stevens. So stick around, and you're going to learn a few things. Along with today's work that we're going to be doing a daily challenge, and that challenge is to create an ID badge for a fictional Adobe Live conference. So,
Ooh, or the one that I'm doing right now.
True, we're designing some collateral for a design conference, so you could sort of make it thematically related. Adobe Stock has some templates, and you'll find a link to use those if you want to jumpstart on your design in the challenge tab next to the live stream. So get a jump start on that. We're going to pick a winner at the end of the day, but we're going to be reviewing submissions on this stream in an hour and a half, and it's a really great chance to get feedback on your work or some ideas just looking at other people's work. One other thing, chat and win. That's going to happen in 30 minutes. So if you're joining us in chat in 30 minutes, you have a chance to win a $30 e-gift card from moo.com. Which is really exciting.
It's pretty awesome. I love Moo.
Yeah, thank you, Moo, for helping us out with that.
Moo.
So, welcome.
Thanks.
Moo.
Moo.
How's it going?
It's good. Yeah, it's Wednesday. We're in the middle of the week. It's pretty great.
We have our coffee.
Yeah, we're doing all the things. I love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's get this started.
Let's get this started. There's Sebastian.
Thank
Welcome
you,
back.
Seb.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like, where are your glasses? I'm like, yeah, I know. I'll stop squinting. I'll wear them. Okay, I get it.
Sweet. So, do you want to take a look at yesterday's winner?
Yeah, let's do
challenge?
it. I'd love to.
Cool. So yesterday we had a challenge to design an announcement poster for a fictional Adobe Live conference, and of all the submissions throughout the day, the favorite was this poster by Janina.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Janina. I feel like I saw this last night on Instagram. She tagged me and I was like, how cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're listed on here as a host.
Like, this is awesome.
Yeah. So congratulations, Janina. She won a 1-year subscription to Creative Cloud.
Congrats.
For participating in the challenge. So we have another chance to do that today. So if you're interested, just click the challenge tab, download some templates or create your own, and we'll review that in an hour and a half.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a great mock-up too.
Yeah, beautiful.
Looks good.
Cool.
Cool, nice job.
So
all right.
You want to introduce us to yourself, what you're working on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
So my name is Kristine Arth. I'm a graphic designer, and I recently just started my own consultancy called Lobster Phone.
Nice.
Yes, you can check it out at lobsterphone.co. It's still up and running, so it's kind of like, hey, this is all fresh because I just started. But right now I'm working on AIGA Y24, which is their Y Design Conference for 2019. They had contacted me last year when I was doing the Designer to Designer conference for Adobe. And they were like, hey, would you do this one? And I'm like, of course I would.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't have to ask me twice. So I spent the summer in Paris learning typography and taking a master's course for mainly to create fonts and to learn to draw them accurately with Jean-Francois Porchez from Type Paris. And that kind of inspired me to create my own font for this project. And I started by just drawing and thinking about the Y, what the Y would do, and how I could utilize this to be really fun and exciting and also be the prominent piece for everything that I'm going to be designing on. So I started out, and you can see the background of it in glyphs. I had looked at creating something a little bit more round and robust. And I won't bore you with all of the iterations that I did as I went through yesterday, but here is the full glyph set for the display lettering, and I have some additional glyph characters so that I can, alternate and make emphasis on certain things like the R or the S or the Y.
And we saw that kind of work for you yesterday. There were some layout challenges, and all you needed to do was swap to an alternate.
Exactly.
To kind of make things work.
By having some alternate glyphs, it really helps to vary the design when I need to, and also be able to emphasize certain letters so that they feel a little more playful. This is my mood board from yesterday that I had showed everyone. I started out by thinking about a period of time where everyone had banded together and really felt like they were saying yes, and they were having a movement, and they were like, you know, breaking out and doing their own thing and trying to, you know, be really advantageous with their ideas. And I loved the color palette from this time period, 60s, 70s, Herb Llewellyn. The very idea of all of the type being very compressed and tight together just kind of signifies this collaborative approach and how people would be tight. So I took that as inspiration when I created my own color palette. And then when I presented to AIGA, the idea of it being about students and you know, young professionals coming to this conference because they're really excited, they need a boost of confidence, they're looking for ideas that are inclusive, and they're eager to learn. So, you know, having all of these as points for me to look forward to how I'm going to design this project is just me being able to look back and say, okay, this is my mood board, this is what I want to do, so everything should reflect this when I'm designing.
And you had almost total freedom to not just design.
Complete freedom,
right?
Yeah.
Not just the graphic style, but the theme.
Yeah, which I was kind of like, at first, I'm like, this is incredible, and then I was like very daunted. I'm like, oh, this is incredibly hard.
Yeah.
And then since I had taken a big leap myself this past year by, you know, starting my own thing and leaving the studio world, I thought, why not? I said yes to myself. And I'm sure that there's a lot of other professionals that are, you know, doing some really crazy work or saying things like, I'm going to not do the normal. So what can we hear about their failures and successes that we can learn from? And that was the whole idea for the conference. So I called it the Year of Yes.
The Year of Yes. It has a wonderful ring to it.
Yes, it does. And I tried to practice it all summer. I was like, the Year of Yes. I'm like, yes, I'll go to Paris. Yes.
Nice.
So this is what the display type ended up looking like. It still has a lot of edits that would need to be done by some professional typographers that would look at this. They would say, you know what, it's not quite finished. And I'd be like, you're right, but I only have so much time.
What we've seen so far with you applying it to the posters you worked on yesterday and what we'll see today, I mean, it's fun. It's performing flawlessly.
It's fun, yeah. It's supposed to be meant for excitement and fun. It's more of a, you know, it's the idea of this whole conference coming together, and it's not perfect. Then I think that's just what it is. It's got some inherent flaws, and that's just design itself. There's always an inherent flaw. To be perfect, it's, you know.
That's human.
It's
you know,
human, yeah.
Flaws, a little rough edge.
I was like, see how I worked that in when you guys are presenting to your clients? You're like, look, it's human to have flaws.
Nice.
So again, talking about the Year of Yes and how writing all of this is going to evoke this idea of, let's not say no anymore, let's say yes. I put together a bunch of copy that I'll be utilizing in the posters, as well as, oh yeah, we had already started to look through yesterday at some of the copy that I'd written, and we had chosen some copy to start with for posters.
And then we deleted it.
Yeah, and then we deleted it when we used it. So this is where we were yesterday. And I made some color updates here and there last night. I was like, ooh, I think this will be better. So we started with the, oh yeah, sure as shit, right as rain, hell yes, Y24. And then looking at the giant Y, I had some sketches yesterday that we went through and tried to perform what those sketches were in design. So, and then also what happens when we say yes, looking at some patterns. how we can combine the Ys together to create something that's both, beautiful, but also something that people might want to hold on to for a while and remember their time with. Giving people the idea of that there's multiple ways, and it doesn't have to be always about the type. It can be about letter forms and their beauty. So I also did another one last night as far as cleaning up and really looking at which words I was using, how I was using them, and the amount of the Y24s, because I think from yesterday it was a little bit too many and a little overwhelming, at least for me at that moment. And then to the right, I looked at really downplaying the amount of Y24s, bringing in the AIGA Year of Yes slogan, and I just said slogan. And then, just having fun with it. So I think this might not be a poster, the one on the left, but I might use that for something like a postcard because it's a little bit more poppy and fun. And I think that the muted color on the right is a little more elegant and refined, even though it's still crazy.
No, yeah, they're wonderful. The movement in all of them is really great.
We also looked at some socks yesterday, so I'll bring up the...
This was a big hit yesterday.
Yeah, it was super fun. Let's see.
Everybody wanted some socks.
Yeah, tube socks. Okay, cool. So did some tube socks yesterday, mocked those up, super fun. Got this guy with great legs. He's got some super awesome calves, some great Vans on those feet. And then today I have a bunch of other mock-ups that I'm gonna start to create designs for. So as you can see, I've pulled some imagery to mock up t-shirts so that I can show clients in context, because I think it always helps to show the designs, but then showing it in context is just a whole nother level, because then, it's great to see design flat, but a lot of times, even myself, I can't imagine what it's gonna look like until I see it visualized on something physical.
It really makes you believe.
Yeah. It helps to tell the story and to bring them along and to say, oh, it looks so good, I want to have those.
Right, and that's the
That's
whole
the point.
end result is we want to have it. And
Yeah.
Then it happens.
Because if I were to present to the client hey, look, I made you socks, they'd be like, oh, aren't those fun? And then if I say, hey, look, I made you socks, you have to change the way
They'll
you
say,
say
where
it
do
too.
I sign? Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, socks. So, it's important. So I put some placeholders in there yesterday as far as, just my graphic type explorations.
It's kind of fun as is.
Yeah,
actually.
I know, it's kind of fun. I looked at that, I'm like, it looks metallic, kind of like duct tape. I'm like, maybe I'll leave it, who knows? But today I thought we would continue on where we were going with the socks, looking at creating some of the little tags that we could use to sell the socks and entice people, and also leave them with a nice little memento of why these socks are cool.
You were really excited about the tag when
I
you
know,
showed me yesterday.
it's because I wrote really fun copy for it. I was like, oh, I like the copy more than the socks.
Well, that's half of it, right?
Yeah, right? All right, awesome. So yeah, I think I'm gonna dive in.
Cool, yeah, so
Okay.
as we dive in, be sure to ask us any questions, whether it's about Kristine's process, some of the decisions she's making, some of the things that she's doing in Illustrator or Photoshop that you're curious about. It's a really great opportunity to learn from the best. And we have one question actually already.
Ooh,
What is
yeah.
the font from your Lobster phone logo type on your website?
Oh, it's custom mixed with, I think, Majesty. I believe.
I'm putting you on the spot here.
Yeah, I know. Oh my goodness. No, it's not Majesty.
As I'm typing it, you're like, that's not it.
Oh, too funny. Yes, Sebastian, everything looks a little sharper today because I'm wearing my glasses, I know.
Ooh. Majesty's close. I see this.
I don't have to squint so much. I'm like, that's probably why I have bad posture, because I'm always like, ugh. Yeah, it's, oh shoot, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I've been looking at so many fonts as of yesterday, well, and always, but I'll look it up and
It's
I'll
a good
tell
question.
you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll bring it back tomorrow. Be
Yes.
sure to join us tomorrow to
I
find.
would look it up right now, but then I'd have to dig into my files, and that would be a whole different project. And I can't show you that. Okay, so yes, socks. What I'm gonna do is just look at creating a template for a label right now. I'm gonna outline that. I'll put it in the color so that I've got some background. And we're just gonna hop around today because I think that it would be really fun to do another poster like the one that we were talking about yesterday, the Y and all of the combinations of the Ys. But first I wanna do these socks.
You've been waiting.
Yes, I've been waiting.
So Yanina has asked which was the first piece you started working on to set the identity, logo or poster. Or was it, I guess the identity was sort of set before any of those.
Definitely the logo. So I started to think about the Y, since the Y was the key attribute of the entire program. It's called Y Design, and it's the Y conference, and every year it changes numbers. So this upcoming year will be the 24th year. So therefore I thought that the Y, the 2 and 4 are the main point of what this conference is all about. So therefore they were my 3 characters that were my focus. Once I nailed those in my own, in my sketch and then took them into typography, I decided to pretty much base everything around those 3 characters, which is not the correct way to design a font. I would say, like, thematically, but for my specific process, it worked for me because those were the 3 most important characters that I was using. So everything that was swirling around them, everything from that came from the idea of the giant bowls, the really sturdy slabs, and the emphasis on very little negative space. So.
I'm not sure that is the first time though that I've heard that an entire typeface was sort of inspired from some like really juicy piece of like one character, right?
Yeah, totally. I think it happens a lot. I think a lot of times though they'll probably start with more prominent characters like, R, C, N, E. Yeah, so that those will then inform every other character that you're creating. Ys, 2s, and 4s are not the...
I guess that's where, that's where it's a little atypical.
Yeah. So these socks, I'm like, yes, they're my yes socks. I'm gonna make this, the headline in my Y24 custom font. And I think I'm gonna change, well, no, I won't use the custom Y for this. But I think it's kind of funny. So these socks will give you the confidence to say yes when your feet are feeling a little chilly. Guaranteed to make you design faster, sell harder, present stronger. They're the ultimate cold feet cure.
Great. I love that guarantee.
Yeah, right? They're guaranteed. I know. I'm like, can I say that? I'm like, of course I can. It's fake. I can say whatever I want.
Well, as long as people believe, right?
Yeah, right.
Once they feel these socks, I'm sure they will.
Exactly. Let's make these some fun colors.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Melanie's asking if all these artboards are in Illustrator, and yes, this is all in one file. The mood board, the component pieces that you're using to design with, and then your actual design files, posters, and everything are all in one file.
Yes, all in one file right now. At this very moment, they are. Let's see. So we're keeping Serifa as the body copy. It's legible, it has slabs, it works well with the design that I did for the display font, and
it's available on Typekit.
Yeah, it's available on Typekit.
If anyone wants to make
pretty
it
awesome.
thematic.
Let's make what we think will look like a little hole here for, and then what I'm gonna do is select this and center it. Perfect. All right, so we have a little tag. Let's see, these socks will give you the confidence.
I think Tim might have figured out the
my
mystery. What do you think about Eloquent?
Oh, it's...
Or is it not?
It's not.
It's so close, though.
Well, it's custom with another font. It's based on a font, and then I customized it. So, yeah, I should just go with custom.
They're custom.
Custom.
Which is the same as this Y24 typeface.
Yes, thank you. Yes, socks. This looks a little big. I'm gonna say 12.6. seems about fair. I don't really want people to read too well without their glasses, so then I'll make them feel like
We're
me.
leveling the
Leveling
playing
the playing
here.
field, exactly.
So for those of you that are just joining us, Kristine here is designing some collateral that's part of a larger identity for an AIGA conference happening early next year. The theme is yes, the year of yes. So we're going to be working in Illustrator, going into Photoshop a little later to kind of comp some things up. Right now working on little tags for some amazing socks that she's designed that you might start to see out in the world.
You might get a pair of these socks if you show up to Y24 in 2019. Yeah, I think tickets are going on sale pretty soon, so I'm excited. I know I'll be there.
Yes.
Obviously.
I hope you'll be there.
Well, I'm not a speaker this year. I spoke in the past, but I think they really are. They're really good about finding new up-and-coming designers and people that are going to be inspiring to the post itself or to the theme. And since I'm designing it, I don't think I would be speaking there too.
Well, this is your opportunity to speak. You get to speak
Exactly.
on the tote bags and the shirts and things like that.
Yes. So, I'm gonna do a little yes sock action. Let's see.
Sebastian is just like the best in chat.
I know, right? He's so good. You have no idea.
You can't
He's the
spell-
best in chat in real life too.
Yeah, can't spell Sebastian without best
Oh!
in some way.
I wonder. I
But,
wonder.
Yeah, he did. He's helping me because I said yesterday I'd really like if the audience could help alert like when files don't get saved. I've seen like files go like an hour into the stream and we're
Okay,
cranking
saving
away.
right now.
And he's like, save, and he wants to earn a medal. So one
He
day,
wants the save medal?
One day it'll be a thing. If you see Untitled1.ai or PSD or something like an hour into stream and you call it, there might be a prize in the future.
Oh, EM had a good question. How do I resize and increase the spacing? So it's with hotkeys. You can use option up, down arrow or left and right arrow. So you can see how these are, I can go some crazy kerning, extended, and then even letting up and down. And then if you want to be very precise, you can click into it, and between the two letters, you can use the arrows for significant, precise placement. So it's pretty good.
It's amazing. Just sort of seeing you work yesterday and today, it takes no time at all, and you're sort of like spacing wizard.
Yeah.
Is that a fair term? Is that
Wizard. Yeah, I am a wizard. Okay, so my friend, she always teases me because I have these round glasses now. I also have a lightning bolt tattoo. She's like, you're really into Harry Potter, aren't you? And I'm like, no, I'm not. But I could be.
But I just called you a wizard.
You did
Oh,
call me
no.
a wizard. I'm like, Designiamus.
Designiamus.
Yeah, right? Okay. Even Paco laughed at that.
That might need to be one of the affirmative words that we add to the year of yes.
Designiamus. Oh man, for some reason my blue looks off. There we go. Okay. Cool, so we've got our socks, we have our sock tags. These will just be nicely, I'm just gonna draw a little sock tag in here for funsies. All right, yay.
Nice, getting loose.
Yep, let's just tone that down. Yay. Okay.
Tariq's got a
Now
question.
I feel good. Yes, Tariq.
He's asking if you ever get demotivated when a client wants to go in another direction than what you started from scratch.
Of course.
Or when you start from scratch.
Everyone gets demotivated. No, I love when the client tells me what to do.
And changes things at the
Yeah,
last
I'm like,
minute.
that's great. No, but you know what? I always feel like after I hear them out, it's always one of those disheartening moments where you're like, oh, I actually started out with a different color palette for this. And I had told everybody yesterday that pink and red and dark blue and light blue, and I had talked to AIGA and they were like, maybe with the venue that we're looking at, because it's a whole new venue, the color palette should be shifted. And I completely agreed after I looked at it. And even myself, I was like, I wasn't really settled on the color palette. And I find that this new color palette, after looking back to different inspiration, it just enlightened me completely. And then it also built a much stronger foundation. So, your client knows their product better than you do. And they aren't always right, but I will say that they definitely have insight that is really helpful to listen to, and it always makes it stronger. So.
Yeah, that must be the key thing, is at least to listen. You know,
Oh,
if there's
yeah.
some context that you're not considering, but they're, you know, the
Yeah.
client is so close to this world or this audience or this product.
Totally, and I'm not
At least
gonna
listen.
just say like, oh, of course you're right. But when they're right, and that's the thing. Like they know what they're doing. They've, you know, worked with a lot of different assets that are complementing their own brand. So I say listen to your clients sometimes. Sometimes. With the
That's gonna be your little tagline. I sometimes listen to my
I
clients.
sometimes listen. Yeah.
And Sebastian says, just say yes.
Just say yes. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
Know when to say yes.
right now I'm gonna look at some t-shirt design. I really like this for the t-shirt. I think this could be fun for people to wear. I also want to do one that's all about AIGA. I think I had a line up here somewhere. Yes, the year of hell yes.
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 This is where I get to use that awesome R. So even though these don't look like t-shirts yet, they will. Okay.
Adilson says, I always try to understand when to create mock-ups and when to invest all the chips in the presentation. It's always a pain when you believe in everything and then it all dies with a do it again. But you're right, yeah.
I mean, like, that's the nature of design. It's like anything else. You have to present it in order to sell it. And in order to sell it, you need strong visuals. And that takes time.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it doesn't go through. And when it does, though, that's when you're like really happy. And that's when you know that you're like, I did this. And the reason they said yes was because I took all this time to mock everything up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not always the case. We hope it is.
You deleted the color pattern. You know what that? You deleted the colored pattern.
Oh,
Maybe
the
when
texture?
you were moving something, I don't know.
Maybe. We'll figure. I'm like, we'll figure it out. Let's see. Nope, too much. Okay. So I'm gonna I'll keep that. All right. So this is gonna be a shirt, and I like how you're right. I did.
It's just gone now.
It's totally gone. That's
Okay.
all right. We can go back. I didn't like that one anyway.
right.
Let's take a look. Yep. You know, we'll just get rid of that poster. Thank you for noticing. I would have been disappointed at one point, but I liked this as a poster better anyhow.
Nice.
Okay, so we've got this one. I'm gonna do this one in all blue, I think. Just because it's gotta be a little more, we'll keep that. AIGA Y24. And those are my regular characters, so I'm gonna put some alt characters in there afterwards. The year of hell yes. I think I'm just gonna do the year of yes.
The year of
Yeah.
hell yes was kind of a nice, like, alternative
Yeah.
or extension of the phrase as well.
Exactly. You're like, I liked it.
Yeah,
Well, maybe we'll put it back in. Let's think about this.
we'll think about it.
How about you guys? You can vote, like one or two.
Yeah. Is it between year of yes or year of hell yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I have a feeling I know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, so
but-
let's just see it in chat. If you believe in the year of yes on a t-shirt, just put yes. And if you
Yes.
believe in the year of hell yes on
Just
a
put
t-shirt,
no.
put hell yes.
Oh, put hell yes, yeah.
Just put no.
Sebastian's
Hell
like,
no.
circle. I'm like, all right, that was yesterday's circle square.
Yeah. So thank you, Tim. We've got all of your websites and URLs and stuff for people to follow
Oh,
you.
thank
Yeah,
you.
that's
Oh, yeah,
gonna be
there's
great.
a lot of them.
And MJ Fermalino is correct. We're going to be doing chat and win in like 45 seconds. So we'll make an announcement there, but it's going to be a
there's
really
a lot
great
of
chance to
bios.
win a $30 e-gift card from moo.com. So that'll come up in about 30 seconds.
I wonder if I'm just gonna put, and then I'll do a comma. Year of hell yes. Because we don't need a the, do we? I don't know. Year of hell yes. No, we need a the.
This is the design process unfolding in
I know,
real
right?
time.
I'm like, no, we need a the.
I've only seen one yes, by the way,
Really?
and one no, but everything else is a hell yes.
Okay. I get it,
Or how
guys.
about
I get it.
the
We
year-
all like to
the-
swear.
The year of sure.
The year of all right.
Kind of like,
The year of meh.
meh.
Actually, the year of hell meh. Hell meh.
I love it. You know, that probably actually captures an emotion that we've all felt.
Totally. It's just
like,
like, maybe. All
Hey,
right.
chat and win.
Ooh, chat win.
Fireworks.
Nice. All right, so let's not let Seb win today.
Right, Seb won yesterday, so we need a new winner. So go ahead and throw some hype in chat, say anything, and we're going to pick a winner randomly for a $30 e-gift card.
Say yes. Say yes in a different way.
In your own language.
In your own language or person way.
Ready?
Go. Nice.
Nice. Welcome back, everybody. Someone just said Germany, Tote's tomatoes.
Yeah.
Kiki.
Whoa. Poppin'. I saw poppin' in there. I was
nice.
like, yeah,
all
nice.
Right.
Poppin'.
Actually, there's a lot of new words in here.
Yeah.
Cowabunga.
Totes. Oh, cowabunga. TMNT. Yes.
All right, so we're going to pick a random winner from this lovely chat. It's just going crazy right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to read.
Affirmative. I like that one. I haven't used affirmative in a while. I'm like, would you like to design today? Affirmative.
Wow. All right. That's some power.
That is some power.
Hilda. Win. Casablanca.
Oh, boss. Yes, boss. That makes me talk out of the side of my mouth.
Boss?
Boss.
Boss. With like a cigar.
Yeah.
Hanging out. Sebastian says he will not share today, as he just shared.
Yeah, he's like, I just chatted and I'm not going to win.
So as that winner is being generated by not Harry Potter wizardry in front of us, want to let everybody know that whoever participates in chat is actually available for a 15% off discount at moo.com.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That even me?
Maybe.
Maybe. They're
not.
like, no, not you.
Hey, but check it out.
Ooh, Bernardo Braga. Woo.
Nice. You are the winner of our $30 e-gift card to moo.com.
You can Braga about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Props to Bernardo. Props to Kristine
Bernardo.
for that. Everybody congratulate Bernardo. And like I said, anybody who's in the chat today, we'll throw a URL up here. If you go to this URL, you can actually get 15% off your order at moo.com. So again, thank you to Moo for that.
Thanks, Moo.
It's an incredible offer, so make sure you utilize it this week.
Moo.
Yeah, and congrats, Bernardo.
Yeah, Bernardo. Way to do it. Okay, cool. So while Bernardo's in his awe moment of winning, I'm going to put some shirts together.
Sebastian says, so it was random.
Yeah, it is random.
Yes.
You
There's
just
no
got fooled, man.
favoritism
There's no
here.
favoritism whatsoever. He's like, really? I thought you were my friend. Okay, let's
So it's
see.
t-shirt time?
It's t-shirt time.
Sweet.
Okay, who's going to wear? I think he's going to wear the regular one. This guy's going to wear it. No, he's going to wear it. I mean, look at those pecs. He's got to wear a cool shirt.
Right.
Oh, wait, so I was gonna show you guys something. So when you put this in as puppet warp, or well, what I'm gonna do, I wanna puppet warp it, but I'm gonna show you the problem when you do letters as puppet warp. They come in as individuals.
Oh gosh.
So I could be like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And then I save it and they're everywhere. So instead of doing that, what I'll do is I will put a white rectangle behind this. And this is just a quick cheat, so you don't have to worry about it. And this will make everything a flat piece when I put it in Photoshop. So copy and paste in place. I want to do it as pixels because I'm going to warp everything.
Matthias says it's all about the pecs. They can make or break a design.
It's true.
He's
I mean,
not
these
wrong.
pecs might break this design. I don't know.
So this rectangle you're going to keep because when you multiply it, just knocks it out.
Exactly. It knocks it out. That's why I'll use white.
Nice.
And then when I go and do my puppet warp, and this is the reason why I like puppet warp for things like material shirts. Maybe not the socks yesterday because we looked at that. But you can really start to warp it so it looks like it's on the body. And I think that since shirts kind of ripple and they feel, you know, like they're moving with the body as well as, I don't want it to be too crazy, but I want it to feel like it's part of what he's wearing for real so that when the mock-up is shown, it feels real.
Believable.
That might be a little much, but let's go back in and see. A little less, I think. Move this over here. Okay. And then I'm also going to just skew it a little. Okay, so I've got that. I'm gonna lighten it just a tad to make it look like it's in the right lighting. Yeah.
Hell meh?
Meh. I'm like, yeah, how meh. And then, yeah, because he's on an angle.
So yeah, which modifier key are you using? You got just a basic transformation.
Command T, basic transform, and then I'm just dragging these because it doesn't have to be perfect. I think the idea is that you're getting it on the shirt. It looks realistic enough. If you're zooming out and zooming in, it's like, eh.
If you're not wearing your glasses.
Yeah, if you're not wearing your glasses, it looks perfect. Okay, cool. Saving that. Let's do this guy's shirt. This is a little bit more straight on. So I want him to have the ear of hell yes. Again, I'm going to borrow my background of white, grab this as a whole, place it as a pixel, and then multiply. And then this one's a little bit more straight on, so I won't really need to do a puppet warp for this. But I will want to treat the color a little bit, so I'm gonna pull the opacity down and then mask it, take my brush and do a little bit of custom lighting. So I'm gonna do opacity at 20%, and I'm gonna increase some of the, or increase on the side, and then decrease in the light.
So like a subtle erasing, well,
yeah, subtle masking
implies
exactly.
a highlight.
Yeah.
Stacy asks a good question. Hello everyone, where are you from? We'd love to know where everyone's
yeah,
from.
where is everybody from? Because usually I want to go there.
Right.
Is anyone from Glasgow? Because apparently my friend is there right now and he said it's the best place in the world.
Right now?
Yes.
Or all year?
I mean,
I hear
now.
It can be pretty rainy there.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Shoot. Okay, so I'm gonna crop this in because I'm gonna use it later as a presentation piece. But I want it to be an odd shape, and I'll show you why later.
It's nice too. It kind of just frames the.
Yeah, it's
the words as well.
Ooh, Taipei, Netherlands. Oh yeah, the Netherlands. Germany, Eindhoven. Oh, it's hot.
Porto.
Welcome. The Faroe Islands.
All right.
Oh, Johannesburg, Morocco. Man, everybody, they're cooler than
Kerala. I know. No,
SF. We're in San Francisco. It's like, this is kind of boring.
Although it's warm here now.
It's true.
Finally
it's
summerish
true.
here.
Finally.
It happens very late for us.
Totally.
We got a Cleveland, Ohio, Midwest in the house.
Oh, Midwest. Anyone from Michigan? That's where I grew up.
Anybody from Texas?
You're like Austin, say?
Austin, perhaps?
Uh-huh.
Tampa, Lisbon, Mariana Trench.
Ooh.
Surprised you get Wi-Fi down there.
Katie McNabb, yeah, she's in chat a lot. Yay.
All right. Grand Rapids,
Cool.
Iowa. There you go.
Ooh, Grand Rapids, yeah. Awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, doing another shirt. Let's see. Oh yeah, and what are they designing right now? Aren't they designing badges?
ID badge,
Yeah, that's right. I hope you guys are doing at least 15 badges or more.
Right.
Yesterday we had a ton.
We had 15 posters that we reviewed, and we actually ran out of time. We're not going to do that today,
Yeah.
but let's get 15 badges at least to review.
It was kind of awesome.
50 minutes, 50 minutes from now, we're going to take a look at those.
Totally. Okay, so this one again, I'm going to puppet warp this.
Joseph Medina is correct about San Francisco. If you ever feel like it's a boring answer, just head to Tenderloin.
So true.
So there's always something happening.
Oh my God, it's so true. I was walking down Mission yesterday after I left here, and I was like, whoa, Mission's like not gotten any better.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was surprised.
Sebastian had a really good idea earlier. Maybe I can scroll to find it, but he's calling it for short the doubting version.
Yeah?
I think that was his idea earlier. It was something
What's
really
the doubting
long-winded
version?
and beautiful. Let me find it.
When you doubt your designs?
I think that's what the year of I don't know. I feel
I like
yeah,
it.
you know, I'm kind of busy now. You get me?
Yeah, you get me.
And then a huge yes on the back.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we are warping this to fit on this model's body.
Ben is asking if you're planning on making your font downloadable. There's so much interest in
I
what
know.
you've done.
I think I might do it on my website. So, because I'm not a foundry and I don't plan on becoming a foundry, but I probably will continuously make fonts because I'm in love with the process and I want them to be fun. Okay, check that out.
Beautiful.
Right? Doesn't
Yeah.
it look like it's actually on the model? Okay, so we're gonna mask this out too. So yeah, I guess follow me on Instagram and I will continue to update once I get it up there because I have a feeling that I'm gonna start to sell them for pretty inexpensive download on my website.
It's just important that they're out in the world.
Thanks guys, I like all the support. Okay, so.
Matthias, I miss mosquitoes the most from the Midwest. Living in fear of West Nile gives you life.
It's so true, man. Gosh. Yeah, I don't miss mosquitoes. In fact, sometimes when I
either.
think of the Midwest, I forget how bad they are there.
Right.
And my parents were always like, when are you coming home? And I'm like, I haven't lived there since I was 17.
You're like in winter.
Yeah, no, I try to go home in the winter, but I always get sick.
Oh, so you
It's
can't
like,
really win.
No, I don't win ever.
But your parents win. They get to see you.
Yeah. Exactly. I try and get them to come here because it's more fun and then I can take them to new places that they've never been.
It's true. There's always a new place here.
Okay, so I'm just lightly going over this with my mask tool and then, yeah, I think it looks decent. Let's see. I gotta fill that in and get a little sharper here. But we're doing this quickly. We want to show the process, not the nitpicking.
I have to say this might be one of my favorite tasks in design.
I love it too.
Masking.
Oh, I love it.
It's so satisfying.
Yes, it's like cutting paper for like color aid paper. Yeah, I love it. Okay, this is probably my favorite shirt so far. Just because it has everything. It's fun and it's really bright and colorful. And she has cool hair, so, you know.
Yeah, lots of movement.
Lots of movement in the hair. She looks wild, like she just said yes.
The jacket is not even actually on. It's
No,
kind of
it's just
draped,
like,
so it's ready
what's
to
up?
sort
Yeah,
of
it's
like
like,
reveal
yes!
the shirt.
Yeah, you gotta find the right imagery. I think it's important.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we've got those, and then what I'm gonna do is just pull those in. Let's see. I got my shirts. Got my shirts and my socks. So I have my artboards set up in 1920 by 1080, so they're ready to export for Keynote in presentation mode. And I like to do that because it saves me a lot of time, and then also I can start to edit in Illustrator, add any descriptive copy in Keynote, so then I can edit it over time. And this makes my artboards always consistent, which I also like.
Consistency is key.
It is key. So if I'm gonna present a couple of these, I think what I'll do is I picked out, oh, and the sock guy. Where's
Sock
sock guy? Oh, hold on. AIGA.
MJ says you're his favorite, or her favorite mock-upper.
Oh, thanks.
So, you know, I don't know if on your CV or resume you have like
Mock-upper?
designer, creative director, design director, and mock-upper is a new one.
Mock-upper is good.
Mock-upper.
I like that. Okay, got some socks in here. No, I mean, like I should, right? Let's see. So these will be my artboards. Actually, I'm gonna crop this. This is a little bit more than I wanted. Just a quick crop. Okay, so we've got the guy possibly wearing the socks. It's the idea that we're going for.
The idea of socks.
The idea. And then we've got our shirts.
I like these sort of postmodern kind of collage-y layouts going on.
Right? Kind of fun. Okay. So, yeah, nice. Okay.
Cool. Does anybody have any questions for us?
Yeah, guys.
Burning questions for Kristine. She's here for today and tomorrow.
That's right.
But knowing you, you'll probably be back in like a couple weeks.
I think
right?
I'm back in
Hosting
October,
yeah.
hosting. Yeah, I'm
Nice.
excited. I love it. It's just so fun to be here. I like you guys. You guys are all right.
We're mad.
Paco, I made you laugh. Yes. You can't hear it back here, but he was
Paco's
chuckling.
just chuckling.
Yeah, just chuckling. Chuckling away.
Rachel wants a yes hat. What kind of hat?
Ooh, yeah, what kind?
Trucker hat, 5-panel, cowboy hat.
Single panel? Can that be a hat? Just like
Just a piece of fabric.
Yeah, right? Okay, so we've got some shirts and socks, and like these are ready to go. Let's see, I think yeah, there we go. Screen all the way up.
You needed some brightness.
I did. I was like, it's not my eyesight.
You're like getting
it's
closer
dim
and
in the
closer.
room. Totally. Oh, what's my favorite process during the branding design? Man, I don't know. That's a really hard one. I can't say I like it all, but I do. But I really like the beginning. I get so excited when I talk to the client and listen to their dreams and like try and figure out what it is that they want and feel like I'm the person that can answer. And it makes me really excited. I almost want to leave the meeting without even having a proposal together, having the idea of getting paid. I'm like, I already want to start designing for you
Nice.
because I'm so excited. And I usually already have ideas where I'm like, I gotta write these down and I'll start to sketch before we leave. So that's probably my favorite part. My least favorite part is when I do that and then I don't get the job.
Aw.
So, it's like,
After all
oh,
that fun.
cool, that was so much fun. And then they're like, yeah, we can't do it right now, or we don't have money. And I'm like, oh, bummer.
Money. That old
Money,
thing.
those old pieces of paper. Survival.
Nice.
What are we doing next? Let's look at our stuff. I've got these. Okay, these are done.
Rachel did tune in and said she wants one of those fisherman hats. Like a big yellow
Oh.
floppy hat.
I don't even know if I can
Or-
find a mock-up for that, but that sounds awesome. Oh, let's do a tote. Love totes.
Totes.
So I have all these other things that
Wow.
we can do today.
This is great.
I would do wayfinding because we haven't done that yet. Okay, I'm kind of in love with this weird tote, but I know that this won't fly. I want to do something really simple with the Y. So I'm gonna take this down. I've got posters. Let's make a new board for totes.
Totes. We asked and we got a lot of questions.
Oh yeah?
You want me to just
Yeah, just
fire 'em
fly.
away?
Fire
All
'em away
here's,
and
here's
I'll-
an easy one, or maybe not. I don't know. Favorite San Francisco lunch spot?
Oh, Green Chili Kitchen.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
around the corner from my house, and they have great nachos, and I love nachos.
Nachos are
Nachos are awesome.
they're the best. They've sort of come back into my
In your
consciousness
world?
because it's fall and football's happening and nachos sort of just happen.
You're like, yeah,
happen in the
nachos,
fall.
man. I'm like, yes, you weren't expecting me to say nachos,
No.
were you? I'm like, I love nachos.
That's great.
I made Siller laugh again.
He's just laughing.
That guy. He's so funny.
But he's making it all happen behind the scenes, so everybody give Paco some hype and some love in the chat.
Do we high five Paco?
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey!
he's back here.
Cool. All
Yadira
right.
has asked, do you use a type management tool?
I
Management
do.
tool.
I use Font Explorer Pro.
Cool. Font Explorer Pro.
Yeah. See, these questions, keep them coming. I've
All
got
right,
answers.
all right. Well, here's kind of a big one, and it's from your buddy.
Oh my gosh.
What was the best thing of 2018 so far?
Type Paris, obviously.
He was fishing for that answer. Where's that fisherman's hat?
Where's the hat? I mean, like, there's no doubt in my mind. Type Paris was like my favorite experience, probably from the last 3 years, and that's saying a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, because I had a pretty epic couple of years.
Nice.
But
All right.
I can use this as smart.
Set the bar
objects.
pretty high.
Yeah, I know, right?
So type Paris and green chili nachos.
If those two were
And
together.
Paco. All right.
Yeah, and Paco.
How did you first get in the industry?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I went to school. I always thought I would do something in design. I thought I was going to be a ceramist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you still create?
Ceram. Do I still
Do
ceram?
you still
Um,
ceramify things?
I don't, but I have a really good friend who does, and I'm doing his branding right now. Actually, I could show you guys. It's pretty cool. His name is Reese Kohler, and he's an amazing ceramist here in the city, and he's just getting started.
All right.
But no, I thought I was going to be a ceramist, went to school for ceramics for the first year, saw the computer lab blew my mind, and I was like, everything's so much faster there. And as you guys are noticing, like, I'm a fast person, so I had to do it. I switched my major the next week, and I became a graphic designer.
Nice. You traded a kiln for a printer.
Kiln for printer, oh yeah, and the
Nice.
Mac computer. I was like, yeah, this is amazing.
Nice.
Ooh, this is fun. So that looks huge. Let's space this out right.
The magic of smart objects. That looks great.
It's a little bit too, let's see.
It's the right design for this tote, though. It's just
Yeah, isn't it?
perfect.
There's something off about it. I think this either needs to be bigger. Maybe that needs to be wider. So what I'm gonna do is, that's the Y that I had cropped, but I'm gonna get my other Y and recrop it just to show you guys, because why not? Yeah, guys, got any more burning questions? That was fun. Cool.
Let's see. Someone asked, who are your favorite designers that you get inspired by?
Oh, Paul Rand, Paula Scher. I mean, dead and alive. Gosh, I mean, Sagmeister's always inspirational. He's maybe not my favorite, but I like to look at his thought process. But Paula Scher, mainly because she's an incredible designer for one, but she's still working, and she's always killing it, coming up with new ideas and new ways to represent small businesses. And she takes on all sorts of clients, which I firmly believe is a sign of a good designer.
You mean in different industries?
Different industries, different practices, big and small. And then the thing is it's not because, I mean, yes, it's because she took them on and she has a following because she's built up her repertoire over the years, but she also makes them important by the visual design that she gives them. So, you know, like the Highline could have just been like the CTA or the CMA or the Metro or, you know, BART. But the Highline became this really great to do because it had good design following it. Although I do love our BART design.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think any type of municipal area is, you know, difficult to design for and to make it exciting.
Well,
so,
you're right. I mean, I think throughout history that sort of design has never really been first in public
opinion.
spaces.
No,
or opinion, yeah, right.
I mean,
the
like,
services.
look at some of the best stuff that Paul Rand did, like PBS. You're like, who's going out there and being like, you know what client I want? I want a design for the public broadcast system. And it's like, no designer does that.
Right.
But the designers that do, they get opportunities that other designers don't because they're looking for the big next thing. And it's like, no, start small. And it becomes big because you follow through with it, because you're, you know, giving it the design that it deserves or needs. And I don't know, that's why I like to work with a lot of nonprofits specifically, because they so wholly deserve good design and they can't afford it, but they definitely need it. And the people that they're serving, you know, they need good design too. It's
Right.
not just the large companies out there like the Googles, the Apples, the Ubers, you know, like good design is needed in the smallest places.
Absolutely.
And everyone knows good design. Like, you can go to the furthest reaches. I worked in Africa on the Spring Foundation, which is an accelerator program. And it doesn't matter how far you're out in the middle of nowhere, everyone appreciates good design. Even children, you know, they're like, oh, I like that versus that. Why? Because it's good design.
Yeah,
They're not, you know, everyone knows what good is.
Right, there's some inherent
Yeah, it's beauty.
pleasing
Yes,
aspects.
people look at beauty and they're like, that is good. Like, and it's not so much that this Y, you know, is amazing, but there's some beauty to it. There's beauty to it with the curve. And I think if you just put a regular old, you know, Arial Y on there, people will be like, meh, you didn't try too hard.
No.
So I think I've got the design for this. I think I want to move the San Diego a little further over, but I kind of like that it's tucked. I don't know. What do you think? Like, should I move it over to the right, the San Diego, and keep the Y far left? Or maybe I could try a couple different things. Let's turn it on and try.
All I'll say is I love where the Y is placed right now. It feels like it just fits perfectly on
Totally,
that
right?
edge of the bag.
Yeah, I also cropped it a little bit differently so that this one has a little bit more width here. I wanted a little fatter of a Y, and since it's my design, I can do whatever I want.
Nice. Ownership.
Don't you like that? You're like, I'll do what I want. Let's see what this looks like. Oh no, I think that's too far. Well, actually, it could probably go further. What do you think?
Who's the you?
You.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I think you're right. I mean, I think it's in the middle ground. It's not really performing, but it's got to sort of sit in one extreme or the other.
Yeah, I know.
And
It's either got to be tight or loose.
Yeah, you sort of are exploring the outer reaches right now.
Yeah.
It does start to feel better the farther it gets out.
Yeah, right? I like that too. Yeah, that's nice. I'll just center it then. Perfect. Okay, cool. So we have a tote.
Totes.
Totes. We could do another tote later if we want, but I think that this is totes. So this is my goats.
Nice. Totes my goats.
Yeah, it is.
First
All right,
person to
so I'm
spell
gonna
that
bring
correctly.
in my tote. And what I'm doing here is I'm aligning, like I'm keeping my artboards with the files in vector on them, but then I'm putting the flat or PSDs over here. So when I export, I can just export my artboards with mockups, but I also like, I need to keep the vector files. So when I'm preparing, because you know, AIGA is gonna need vectors to share with the vendors, I'm gonna need to prepare those, and I'll have them all ready right here. They don't need to be in a mock-up t-shirt look, but this will help the vendor to know like placement, where it is, and I'll also tell them sizing.
Right.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so we'll get rid of this one because this one has the right place. Totes.
Totes. So I want to give everybody a reminder that we're about 30 minutes away from reviewing today's daily challenge submissions.
Gosh.
I'm gonna go check right now to see how many are
Yeah,
there.
how many do we have?
Remember, we wanted to see 15 at least.
At least. Oh, wrong tote. Shoot. Where'd my tote go?
Let's see. How many we have? We're gonna be using Behance's work in progress feature to be reviewing the work. We did it yesterday and it was very nice. Let's see.
Oh no, did I not save it?
Uh-oh.
That's okay, I've got it. Perfect. This is why you save your vectors.
This is why we need the save. I won't say save police. It's got to be like the
save police.
safeguard, like something valiant.
Okay, and see how easy that was, and we're back.
Nice. Okay, I see one from today. Means only 14 more.
Only 14 more? That's it? There's
That's
only
it?
one?
Yeah. You better jump in.
Huh,
in
it's
on
not
it.
saving. I'm gonna find out.
But that's
why.
all right. We've got 30 minutes for you to be creating your amazing ID card. We want to take a look at it.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, ID cards are way easier than posters. You guys should have like 50 of them up there.
That's true. And there's no reason that every ID card for every attendee should not be like customized.
Ooh,
Is there some
wow.
programmatic?
Yeah, I mean, is there a programmatic thing that we're gonna do with that?
I don't know.
Don't give my people the wrong idea. That could take a long time.
Right.
Oh, you know what I really want to do is change the background of this. It's just so drab with that. Let me open that back up. So drab with that color. So I'm just gonna bring in a swatch of my blue. Okay. Oh yeah. Now that's gonna sell a bag.
All right.
See, oop, wait. Did I? There we go. Oh, what happened? Shadow overlay. Oh, it's all multiply. Weird, right?
So you brought in the blue.
There we go.
There you-
There we go. I brought it in the wrong layer.
I see.
Oh, strange, and it's still doing that. I'm gonna figure this out.
We're gonna solve a mystery live.
There's a mystery here. Every time I save this tote, it reverts back to my old design. I feel like it's telling me something, that it likes this
It's like,
design. It's like,
no,
no, this is the design.
Like this is the year of yes, but this is a big no.
This is a big no, man. I'm really kind of getting a little ticked at this program right now.
Somebody should tell Adobe.
Someone should tell Adobe. Oh, Adobe. You silly guys.
That's interesting. I don't know. Sometimes you
It might
get
be a
like
quirk
stuck
in
in
the-
like smart object purgatory where like
Yes.
make a change, save it, then make a
Yes.
change in the OG document, and
OG, man.
you gotta keep your head on
gotta-
straight with layer masks and smart objects.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get like inception.
Here we go.
Nice.
And yeah, a little inception with that. Totally.
Rachel is watching. She's double live streaming today. Apparently, there's an
What?
Apple event and an Adobe.
Oh, that's right.
event.
There is an Apple event. My friend Nono is there, and he's designing for it. He's
What's the event? Should I know this? San Francisco.
Yeah,
resident?
no, it's not in San Francisco. It's overseas. Where is it? It's in Dubrovnik, I think.
Mm.
Let's do a notebook that goes with the Y, because I think that would be nice. And then we can be like, oh, look, you can get a tote and a notebook. I'm not opening that tote file
book?
again. A tote book, yeah. Notebook.
It's the same.
I know, it's
it's
like,
the same design.
ah!
It's gonna be.
It's everywhere. I'm like, no. Okay, so this one I'm gonna bring in as separate pieces because I'm gonna adjust them in the document. Totes and notes.
Oh, this is gonna look good.
I know. I'm like, I know. Yeah, I'm super humble, you guys. I am.
Well, you got to be proud of the work.
Yeah, you gotta
like,
get
sing
excited about it.
sing
I'm
from the
excited.
rooftops.
Yeah, right? I'm like super excited. Okay, so we know that there is this little strap. So we're probably I'm gonna tuck this. I wanna align it and center it in between that slab.
Sebastian says you should call it a yes book, not a notebook.
Oh God, Seb, that was good.
Rival pun master over here.
Yeah, right? He's a pun master for sure.
Aaron Lafreniere, just tuning in now and wondering where I should go to learn how you are putting the designs on the images so quickly.
Oh,
Basic,
smart objects.
Mm-hmm.
Smart objects. So you can create your own smart objects, or you can download. A lot of times on Adobe Stock, they've got mock-ups already ready. So I think this might even be one of them. And again, I'm gonna change that color fill. Let's see.
It's really nice with the red kind of popping. I don't know.
Yeah. So for this one, I think that's not the right red. So I'm gonna go and just
We're gonna make it
grab
the right
my
red.
red. Yeah, I want to make it the right red. I want to make this thing because it's a little muted. And that red is not. Yeah, see? Just looks so much better.
Mhm.
Okay. Saving that. It looks a little bit off, so I'm just gonna center it because I like things perfectly centered sometimes. Just occasionally.
Just occasionally.
Yeah, not all the time. As we can see over here.
Right.
Totes and notes. So these two share files, but I'm still gonna just put it there for funsies. Notebook. Oh, look at that. I think that other file is just corrupt. So we won't judge it for now.
It's had a rough time.
Rough day. Yeah, exactly. I want this to be a little bit off center, asymmetric.
Hey Matthias, welcome to the chat. Rachel says she loves that Y.
I love it too. Thanks.
Sean Keeley says, looking good, lads.
I wish there was a Y in my name.
Hmm.
But there's not, and I don't go by
In
Christy.
the entire name.
No,
Hmm.
I don't go by Christy.
Christy. Hmm.
Chris is good. Okay, so this is very French over here. I like it. Kind of Russian French, you know.
Right.
Got a little flag action going
That's
on,
right.
which I'm in love with.
Tricolor.
Okay, so socks. I'm gonna move these over here so they correlate with that. Badges up here. Badges, we should do some badges.
ID
right?
badges?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take this and use this for badges. Oop, before I delete it. Let's use this as our badge size. So I have 3 different badges that I'm gonna need to create, and that's based on the type of people that are coming to this conference. People that come to the conference don't get a badge, but people that are volunteering, doing think shops, which are like workshops, but they're more about brainstorming together and sharing ideas, and then also the speakers. So I think I'm gonna start with the speakers. I'm gonna do it lowercase, which now that I look back, I kind of made a rule in my head that anything that was not headline would be lowercase. So I'm gonna change my yes socks to sentence case, because I don't want Serifa to compete with the headline and be like, there's a headline here, but then they're like yelling at us there. So, you know, too much yelling.
Too much yelling. We need less yelling.
Less yelling.
Matthias thought that we were gonna create some badgers.
Badgers?
Mm-hmm. Instead of badges.
Badgers. Maybe.
Yeah. Could we brand a badger?
I mean, we could brand a badger. Why
You
not?
can brand anything.
Weird.
It's 2018.
We can. It is 2018. We do what we want. It's 2018.
Next week's design challenge.
Badgers.
Badger design.
Yes. Okay. Got our little badge circle clip area going. What should we put on the back? I think some wild design. The year of yes. But actually, AIGA 24, I want to put San Diego. I'm like typing on an angle, so I'm looking at it. Okay.
And did you just track that out to
I did.
make it align?
No.
Or did you
I
resize it?
resized it. Yeah. I increased the type size. So just by doing Shift Command Arrow or caret left and caret right. Caret right is big, caret left is small. And I will track just.
I love it. If everybody could just sort of like see the like keyboard again. I'll just use the word wizardry again.
Wizard,
that's
man.
going on.
I'm like,
It becomes
Designiamus.
Yeah, Designiamus. We saw Adobe Cadabra earlier.
Ooh, Adobe Cadabra, I
Yeah.
like that. So for the speakers, for the badges themselves, I'd like to keep them really simple, even though this back is a little cray. But I'm going to align these two. And with color combinations, I should say, that's what I want to keep simple and uniform. So that there is a huge difference between speaker, think shop, and volunteer, because you want to be able to notify and recognize these people as they enter and exit the conference.
Yeah, it's got to be sort of like immediately registered.
Noticeable. That's right.
Munir asks what your favorite books in graphic design and typography are, and also says that those are nice and cool glasses.
Oh, thank you. Gosh, that's a really tough one. My personal favorite book, and I think I've said this before, is the design dictionary. It's like the color dictionary. What is it? It's the designer's dictionary. I like to look at design books, period, and there's always a good grid book here and there that I'll look to, but I mean, I don't necessarily read design books. I read a lot of other books like science fiction. But when it comes to design, I use a book called The Designer's Dictionary, or Dictionary for Designers. And that helps me when I'm naming or trying to come up with different ways to articulate design to clients, mainly because I'm trying not to say the same things all the time. And that's really important because my designs don't reflect the same words all the time. And what I want to do is to be able to have a vocabulary that speaks to my client and specifically their needs. Because not everything is bold, fun, and exciting. Sometimes things have to be serious and, is that volunteer? Yeah. Sometimes things have to be serious and I don't want to use the word serious. So I will look to that to describe different, I think that's it. There's that one. Yeah, Sean Adams, that's one of them. And then there's actually, it's literally a dictionary. I'd have to find it, but it's just words. It's like it looks like a thick book of words. And it's just every word to describe the color blue, every word to describe the color yellow. And it's all different words, like blue could be cerulean or
Right.
asphalt or
Azure.
sky
Yeah.
or, like peacock or periwinkle. Like there's different ways to describe all of these things that, I don't just want to say it's blue, I want to say something very specific about it. So that's important. Okay,
Right.
so we've
You have
got
to
speaker,
articulate.
think shop, volunteer. These are fun. Let's do another set that's like a little bit more cray. I'm like, let's do a cray set.
Sebastian's out now.
Oh,
Gotta say
see you,
goodbye.
Seb. Thanks. Lots of love. So much love. Okay. What I'm gonna do is group these. And these. Make those red. Let's make this some crazy blue.
Nice.
I like that weird vibration. Oh, it's looking really dark on my screen. I'm not sure why. I think my red went off somewhere.
Brightness is up.
There we
All the
go.
way.
Yeah, I gotta fix my reds later. I might be using the wrong palette. Oh, fun. There we go. So a bit of that vibration. Let's see what we can do on the back of this one.
So when these are alternates?
Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah.
Seeing what the color combos can do. Oh, actually, for this, I would do this in yellow. Okay. And then this would be my blue.
Nice.
I'm
They all
not
have their
like-
own kind of vibration.
Yeah, exactly. Like just for fun. And let's see, this one, I think I would do blue here. No, oh right. Gosh, every time.
The selection game.
hard
Compound
to-
selection game.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, compound selection. Okay.
All right. So just a reminder, we're like 18 minutes away, 17 minutes away from reviewing submissions. So if you're working on your ID card right now and you're kind of getting close to the end, be sure you save your work, make some final amazing design decisions, and submit so that we can take a look at it in 17 minutes.
Okay, so these ones will be a little bit more wild and have that vibration.
Those are wild. Those are really fun.
Yeah, right? So, I'll probably share both of them to AIGA so that they can decide whether or not they want to do something a little bit more legible and standard or go crazy and jump on my train.
And we hope they say yes.
Yes! Oh, I can't wait to see your guys' badges. This is going to be
I
fun.
know, yeah, we got some coming in.
I'll probably have to include things like names. But for volunteers, I don't know, there would be something really fun about having there be a silver marker and let them just sign their name on
yeah.
it. So let's see what that would look like for fun.
Now you get to practice signing your name with a mouse.
Gosh, I know. Artistic. Let's
Yeah.
see. I'm more of a paintbrush person. Scroll pen? No. Paintbrush. Yeah, let's do something like this. And we'll bring the stroke down just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna use my finger on the mouse pad, so
Oh, all right. Like you're signing,
Whoa.
signing a receipt.
that's a little bit too painterly. Let's find a different brush. I was like, maybe not paint today. Calligraphic works. Okay,
Let's see.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like a Sharpie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into my swatches, or into my color, switch over. Let's get some sort of silvery gray tone going on.
Which do you think is harder to replicate in digital, creating a gold or a silver?
Oh, silver.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All
totally,
right.
for sure.
They're always
in my
interesting. There's like a
opinion.
really fine line when making these two sort of like metallic
Yeah.
things in a digital space. Like how is it not like orange or brown or yellow or Just gray.
I'm just gonna write the name and then I'm gonna go tweak it. Okay. Somebody's gonna write like that. Wait. This isn't actually my signature, but this could be, right?
It looks like a celebrity signature.
There you go. Then it is mine.
Oh yeah, that thing I said.
Yeah, that thing for me. Okay. Let's go to grayscale. Let's just, cause the thing, let's do it all in grayscale. The thing with silver is that it's gotta have like some greenish to it, in my opinion, to make it feel right. I'm just gonna expand that. Okay. And then combine it for now so it's easy. Give it a bit of a gradient.
Nice. You gotta really sell the signature too. It's
Totally, right?
It's reflecting light, you know?
Yeah. I don't want it to reflect too much light because then it'll look printed. You know, and this has gotta be like, oh yeah, we just got some silver Sharpie pens and everyone's gonna put their name of who they are over the Y. It could be kind of fun.
It is.
Because then it's more personal.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, I like it being personal. Plus, this gives people a moment to interact with the subject. And I like that. And they can draw all over whatever they want. Maybe they want to do it on the back. Don't know.
Maybe they want to draw a cat.
Totally. They'll draw wherever they want.
Munir is asking, do you have a favorite time to work in the day or night?
No, every time. Anytime something hits me, I'm like, I gotta do it now.
Nice.
No, and I am a morning person, as you know. So
I know, yeah.
I'm also a night person, which makes it really difficult because sleeping is definitely necessary. I just like, I don't want to go to bed, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta get up. Cool. All right, let's take a look. What else are we doing? What else is in our
Can we just take a minute to
mock-ups?
appreciate all that has been done though?
Oh yeah,
Like, this is so
totally
cool.
super fun, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we could mock up the badges. I think I've got a badge mock up in here somewhere.
Sweet.
Nope, but we can do some pillows.
Next best thing,
I was
pillows.
like, next best thing, pillows. Oh, and the posters, but I don't know if we need to mock them up in here. I think that's just kind of boring. Banners. We should probably do a big banner. Yeah. So like when we're walking into the conference, let's do that next. And we'll just put postcard copy down here for fun. We never did the most deaf for shizzle. Heck yes. Let's do that one.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna take this and this. I'm gonna move it down here. Oh, you know what though? I think it might be cooler to do a giant Y and the what happens when we say yes, just because this is gonna provoke people and it's also part of the conference as a whole. So let's take a look at this. And I'm just gonna eyeball what I think this is gonna be right now because it's not a full banner, so yeah.
Is that an actual photo of the space?
No.
No.
That's a mock-up, but I do have photos of the space. I didn't have time last night to put them together, so unfortunately, it's a really cool space too. It's called the Seahorse, at the Farmer and the Seahorse. It's at the Alexandria in San Diego, and it looks really swanky. I'm excited.
That gives very few context clues as to what the space is. The archer and the seahorse.
Oh, the farmer and the
farmer
seahorse.
and the seahorse at the Alexandria.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, it could be anything,
It
guys.
could be anything.
But it does have this outdoor area that's pretty nice. I'm gonna do an artboard to that. It has an outdoor area that's got like cornhole.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It looks pretty rad. I'm excited.
That's a Midwestern thing.
Yeah, right? It is.
That's a fun game.
What happens?
Crystal
when
says
we
your
say yes?
organizational layout of your artboards for this project in Illustrator is goals.
Ah,
In all caps,
goals.
yeah.
Yeah, right? Nice. So yellow, red, blue, blue. Yellow, red, blue, blue. That's what I liked. Yellow, red, blue, blue.
That's where the organizational goals come from.
Yeah, right? Yeah, in my memory.
It's all up here. But yeah, you should see the file structure for this project. Not that, that's the point, but
Yeah, totally.
it
If you look
seems
through
so
it,
important to keep it all together.
you start with your inspiration, you keep it in your artboard so you can always look back. I'm looking at my artboard for mood boards. What are my overall attributes for design, color palette that I'm trying to stick within, which I am. And then my copy that I wrote to go along with, so I can always pull single lines out of this copy and place it in other places. Also so that I'm not seeing the same thing everywhere. And that's something that I will make sure to diversify as I move forward. Oh right, this is white, that's not good. Yeah. Okay, so what's it gonna look like in theory when we get here? Oh, see, I eyeballed it wrong. Oh, that's not good. Okay.
What's off?
It just felt a little bit dull and not fun. So.
So delete that.
So deleting. So I think we do go to the most stuff.
Nice. And we're glad we kept everything as live text.
Mm-hmm.
We're like 9 minutes away from reviewing work on here live, these ID badges. Let me see if I can find how many we have so far. Remember, we wanted 15. We wanted to take a look at least 15 pieces of work.
Okay, so I don't want two of those to follow each other with apostrophes. So I'm gonna just switch the order. And also so that the order has a better feeling of variance. Okay.
Well, this will certainly be provocative, right? On a huge
Yeah, right?
banner.
Totally. Faux shizzle. Let's get this in there.
We only have 5 so far.
5 badges?
5 badges, but
Oh,
yeah,
guys.
we got like 7
Come
minutes,
on.
8 minutes to get them all in.
8
so
minutes? Oh, I bet everybody's saving right now frantically.
I hope so.
Right?
I really hope so.
I do too. Okay. Oop. Yeah.
And
I
remember,
hope so too.
if you don't get your submission in on time, they'll review it next stream, and there's a stream following that. So really great way to work on it all day, get inspired by other people's designs.
Yeah, totally. Work on it all day. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, multiple days.
Okay, let's see what this looks like in place. And it might.
Giuliano, your submission is here. I see it. So yes, it worked. Your
Cool.
upload.
All right. Nice.
Giuliano.
Juliano. All right. I'm going to fill this background with a bit of a border for fun. Okay.
So many people submitted yesterday too.
I know. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah. That's pretty fun.
That's nice.
Let's give this a little more breathing room.
Hi, honey. We will check the gallery and we'll just be looking at the work that is ID badges. So we should definitely see yours here.
Yeah, get it in there.
Yeah, I just scrolled through. Some of the work that you'll see at the gallery is from yesterday, so don't worry, we're not going to take a look at that, but we will just be looking at badges. And we'll find them all.
Nice. Okay. Nice. A little faux shizzle. They're like, hey, what are we doing? I don't know, faux shizzle.
We're about to find out as we walk up these stairs.
Yeah. Okay. Doing it. Let's see. All right. Making sure my colors are singing. Okay. Let's put some poster mock-ups in place.
And honey, I do see your work here. You actually submitted 2. 2 colorways. We'll take a look at both.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah for yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like my artboard needs to be just a little bit bigger for this one. I'm gonna cheat because it's for mock-up. Yeah, because mock-ups are cheats. We should just call them cheats.
No, cheat sheets.
Cheat sheets.
Legends.
Legends.
Sean called you a legend.
Good one. I like that. Oh, I forgot to change the background of this. Hold on.
Kathleen's in the house. She's going to be joining us in like 30 minutes.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so stick around.
Okay.
I love it. You've got like a smart object like preview thing going on.
Totally. Oop. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. Okay. The yellow is off.
Yeah.
This is just happy. Okay. Let's also change this while we're at it.
We're going to make a pillow now?
Yeah.
All right.
May as well.
This is going to be a design challenge. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to make a pillow.
Really?
Yeah, but I have a feeling you're going to do it in
Oh, yeah, let's do this.
2 minutes.
Oh, this is what that was for. Wait. Yes.
Frantic artboard crawl.
Ah! I've got to update these colors. They're driving me insane. Okay. Check this out. I'm gonna leave this off just for this moment. Pillow! Ah!
All right. 3-minute warning. That's not a thing, but it's a 3-minute warning to get your designs in. I'm starting to see them all come in now, so that gives me faith. We've had like 4 or 5 entered in the last few minutes. So thank you for submitting those who have submitted. Whoa, do you love it?
Yes, super fun. But let's see, because everything's on an angle, and I usually take my pillows the other way, so. You know, it's like coffee. I'm like, I take my pillow the other way.
Horizontal, vertical.
So what I'm gonna do is just these.
Nice.
Do some multi-pillow pattern.
Arlie's asking what kind of music you listen to while you work.
Oh my gosh, all music, it's insane. I'll go through periods where I'm like, I'm listening to Philip Glass this week, and it's very classical and like super out there. And then sometimes I'm like, Tame Impala today.
All right.
So it's really all over the place, to be honest. I love music, period, and I'm always playing something when I work. That is one thing that's for sure.
It's the great energizer.
Yes. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, yeah. Obviously, I'm really embodying this year of yes thing. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Well, when that's the like visceral, guttural
Right?
reaction to
There
your
we
design,
go.
you know you've struck gold.
Yeah, right? I mean, even if it's my own visceral design.
Yeah. Hey,
Reaction.
that's even better, I think.
Oh, yeah, look what I did. Oh, yeah, Brian Eno, Ambient 1, Music for Airports. I have that on record. That's one of my favorites. I have
Wow.
all of his records.
All right.
Yeah, that's the one thing about working at home. I have a pretty awesome record collection, and it also makes me get out of my seat.
Right.
Because I have to change the record every like 25 minutes practically, so.
That's good. You gotta sort of give the eyes a rest, give the body some blood.
Totally. So we've got some pillow action. We've got, oh, you know what we can do? Let me just save this.
We got some missions coming in. This is great. If you haven't already, there's 45 seconds left to do so. Don't worry though, they'll review it next segment if you don't get it in on time, so make sure you love the work, but
Totally.
we are fair and we just want to see some work.
Okay, this one I'm gonna save as.
Mohammed is asking, is it okay if I submit yesterday's challenge today? That's fine, it'll be great to have it up there. We'll probably not take a look at it today because we want to focus on the ID cards, but since you did all the work, definitely upload it because it's going to be inspiring for other people.
Okay.
30 seconds. Don't panic. Don't panic.
I'm panicking too. I'm
5
like, you guys
seconds.
have
Oh,
got to
yeah.
get this in there.
We gave you a design challenge.
Conference wall.
Nice.
Pillow. What else? Oh, you can hear my computer's even thinking. It's like,
it's starting to
posters. Got it. Okay.
breathe. All right. We've hit our deadline.
Have we?
Yeah, but you can go ahead and finish that.
I'm like, have we? Can
You're
I
like,
still
"Oh,
make the
no.
pillow in here?
Oh, no."
Ah.
I'm going to go to what I remember being the first that I've seen.
Okay, so I'm just gonna update some of these colors together a little.
So if anybody's just joining us, we've been live for like an hour and a half. Kristine Arth has been creating some really awesome collateral. It's just been like a design marathon too. So much has been created in such a short amount of time, and it's all looking really fantastic.
Okay, so we can go in and take a look at this
do it.
before we, wait, yep. Oh. There we go. Okay, so we've got some awesome t-shirt design. We've got some socks and some other shirts, some totes and a pillow.
Totes.
Totes. And some poster design as well with a notebook. And then overall, we can see all of the artboard and everything else that was created today. So we also have some additional posters that I could look at. Oh, and badges.
Yeah,
I
those
forgot.
badges are sweet.
Yeah, the badges for fun. Yeah, and these reds have to change, man. Look at that, it's the wrong red. So much better already. Okay. Yeah, all right.
It's incredible.
We did it.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for watching as we do that.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of these submissions today. So for anyone who's just joining us, the task was to design an ID card for a fictional Adobe Live conference, either using a template or creating your own, and we'll see what everybody submitted. We're gonna start with Strawberry Shortcake,
Oh my goodness.
submitted by Ryan Nelson, brand ambassador. to-
Strawberry Shortcake's
which
the
brand?
brand
Yeah.
ambassador. Amazing. I mean, yeah. Let's see. I love Strawberry Shortcake from when I was a child. I won't lie.
Nostalgia points.
Nostalgia points. Other than that, I think it's a little difficult to read the identification card point, mainly because of the outline. I would say scrap the outlines overall and just go with solid type. And then maybe simplify with the rounded edges, or like radius on the blocks versus no radius, and just overall simplify.
Yeah. I'll say the presentation, however, like the context setting is really nice. Like the background color and the lanyard, the color of the lanyard necklace sort of, there's a little bit of variability between the colors that you chose for the brand as well as that, but overall you're sort of fitting it into the same world. And I think that goes really far if you get to the point of like presenting this right to a client or just, you know, making it believable. So it's a good effort there. So thanks, Ryan, and thanks for being the first one that we looked at today.
Nice.
All right, so let's see. This is a pass, I think.
Nice. I love that 4. It's quite beautiful.
Yeah.
And I also like the relationship with the lockup of type. So it's a great lockup. I think that it's really fun to show how to use type in a more playful way. And Joseph Mueller-Brockman, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming to this conference. I think that's great.
Nice. Yeah, colors are nice. They complement each other in a really interesting way. It's pretty calm. That 4 is beautiful. Definitely maybe seeing some
Yeah,
inspiration
right?
from
Love it.
Kristine's type forms. So cool. Thank you, Yadira.
Ooh.
And Addison.
Yeah, this is good. I like the color palette. It's really fresh. It feels techy in a good way. So it's a compliment when I say that. And I like that the ID is more of a piece for, I would say, like graphic use, not that it's read as an ID. So it's kind of fun. Oh yeah, there's a few of them.
Some variations.
I like this. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's sort of a system being developed here that I like the sort of what you were saying, the ID is a type form and it creates a sort of space that you can lock up other type in. So there's kind of something interesting there. I'd sort of go in and kind of tighten up and refine some of the like spacing, the space between these different lines of text is a little inconsistent. And there's a lot of blocked elements, like all this typeset together you can think of as a block. And the logo is a block, and this image is a block, and this white space is a block. And I think maybe just sort of playing around with some of those relationships.
Completely agree.
Will give it some more balance.
Because there's 5 blocks going on right now, and it starts to separate and become very, like, where do I look
chunky.
first?
But cool use of colors. Like this is definitely kind of new.
I think it's fun.
Yeah. Sweet.
Oh yeah, identification card. This is for you to submit when you're in trouble.
Right.
It's alarming with the red. I like that. It's like, are you in trouble? Do you need an ID card?
It's very, kind of governmental.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
I belong here.
Yes. So you hit the nail on the head with that. That's good. Try and put a photo in there for reference. I think it always helps. Use your own if you don't have one. And I don't know if it would need a barcode or not.
Right.
Yeah, it might just be extra.
Yeah.
So maybe remove it.
Yeah, it's a good exercise to see like what is the fewest amount of elements that something like this needs. And when you do that, you can really elevate the other elements there. Maybe it's the logo or like Kristine said, which I totally agree with. Adding a photo in here, we can kind of see it here and here. Like it adds so much
context,
personality and you can really shape it. Here's another from the
Totally.
previous. So thank you, Simone, for submitting this.
Nice.
So Mohammed, this was yesterday's submission, but he submitted it today. That was the poster.
Oh, right.
All right.
A
Fandom.
poster, and we saw this poster yesterday, and now it is a ID card.
Yeah.
Cool. And I like that you've refined that splash that was going on from yesterday and simplified it today and putting it in the center. It's a good separator. I don't know if we necessarily need all of the iconography. It might be too much because the Adobe Creative Conference logo itself has a lot going on to it. And then there's a splash, and then a microphone, then a man, and then a name. So I would, again, simplify it and maybe do some color blocking so it's not as all white and you have some direction to put in, like visual direction for the bottom of it. So maybe the name is highlighted, or maybe Adobe is on the pink color and it's white. So just some visual variants would be good.
Yeah, and even if you want to take this design and try kind of what you were doing earlier, Kristine, like what would an all red version look like? What would you change the photos to look like?
Play around. You might
For the
surprise
colors.
yourself with what you come up with. I know I always do.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, participant.
Yeah, I like this pointillization in the corner. This is fun. Participant. It's almost like targeting in that bottom right corner. I like that. But also the use of, you know what, it kind of reminds me of The Watchmen. Do you remember that comic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Watchmen comic, which is really fun. I feel like this would be a great badge for Comic-Con.
Right.
So, you know, like you've already got to start there. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's really bold. I think there's something interesting too with this sort of like intentionally off balance use of these patterns and blocked elements and type. And I would say push it even further if what you're going for is like these are just begging to be
to be
moved,
really
right?
juxtaposed.
Like, they almost feel like they could animate themselves, and I think when you get that feeling, it implies this motion, then you're onto something, and then you want to keep pushing it so that the badge just stands out from anything.
Totally.
Yeah, so thank you, MJ. You were here from the start. I think you were like the first person that chatted with us. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. A badge within a badge. Meta.
Whoa.
Super meta.
Nice.
I can't tell if this is the badge or if we should be judging the badge.
I think, it's just this.
Got
Maybe
it.
this is just a framing element.
Because I kind of like the meta-ness
Yeah.
of it. It's like, oh, do you want a badge? Here's 2.
All right. I took that and we took it further.
Yeah, we took it further.
Nice.
You get 2 badges.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop with it there. I like it.
Cool. I think what's really fun with this, and it's not inconsequential, but obviously when this is printed, it's maybe a little different, but like you have this sort of like symmetry, this reflected symmetry with the lanyard and the Adobe logo. And it's like
Completely.
it's so simple, but it's kind of brilliant.
Yeah, the white space is really nice too. The
yeah.
negative areas they give a lot of presence to the
Totally.
conference number itself.
Yeah, super clean.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing. So thank you, Eduardo. And now
Nice.
I'm stuck.
I'm stuck. Oh no. I would say that, yeah, sometimes you get stuck. Difficult to read. mainly because it's small. So submit again and make it larger. That would be awesome.
Yeah, if you can sort of fill this frame, obviously on a different screen, this might become a lot bigger on a wide screen, but if you can fill this frame with pink and kind of give us some more visual, I think that would be really awesome. And also, this area down here, there's still a lot of space, I think, to utilize in an interesting way.
Yeah.
So.
And maybe make the photo bigger. More prominent. Yeah. I think that could be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a cool conference name, though.
I'm stuck.
Hey, look at this.
I was like, look, it's us.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's the Adobe theme from the background.
Nice. Oh, yeah,
that's
the little
cool.
dots.
Yeah. All right. That's good referencing for, you must have done an awesome screen grab because I can't tell.
Right.
Cool. It looks very much like the Adobe theme, and it's got all of the schedule in there, so that's pretty cool. I would say, yeah.
I like that there's some variability between these two. I could imagine, you pick up 5 random cards and they all have sort of a different placement of these circles, and that's really fun.
Totally.
There's an opportunity, I think, here for the background to sort of like take on some of this motif, to really put these in context again in a way that sings, because they're so, I don't know, like dark and
yeah.
They remind me of like a music profile or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, like Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. So thank you, Anthony.
Oh, look at this. This is like a real ID card.
This kind of makes me really calm and like.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, oh, I'm floating in a cloud of ID.
Right.
Ooh. Ooh. It's like, ooh, you have a deep voice.
Your blood type is on here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
my goodness.
Yours. I don't know what
yours. I was like, is it? I was like, how does he know?
And your phone number, all 10 zeros, is on there too.
Okay. I was like, really? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I was like, that's personal.
Nice.
Cool. I think that this is fun. And it seems like a very informative ID card, so good on it. Let's try putting in some context of a real image or even an illustration that you do, which I kind of see the next card has some illustration to it, so maybe that's a cool reference to pull from.
Totally. Thank you, Shashank.
Yeah.
All right.
I like this. It's fun.
Yeah.
If everyone has their own illustration, I would be so excited to see what everyone looks like.
Right, can you imagine actually trying to go for whatever characteristic it is of the person with an illustrative
style? That kind of looks like it could be you, but with a beard.
With a huge beard.
Yeah, if you had a huge beard, right?
But I have
You've got
the toothpaste hair.
Yeah, the toothpaste hair. I love toothpaste hair. That's so good. Oh my goodness.
These elements that break the frame are fun, right?
Yeah.
Like a frame generally does sort of kind of contain things, but this almost
fun.
quite literally brings you in and out of the ID itself, and it just it stands out. So
yeah, it feels really good, and I like that the barcode is not super prominent, but if it's necessary to have it, you've done a nice job of including it and not making it too overwhelming.
Yeah.
And also utilizing that pill shape again to contain it is, right on brand for your brand.
Sweet. Thank you, Ferenc.
Awesome. All right, Adobe Live Identification Creativity Conference. I guess what I wanna say is that everyone should start to look at the content and take liberties. Just because sometimes you're presented with the idea of an identification card doesn't mean that you have to say ID card. You could just leave off ID card, which I would recommend pulling that off, pulling off the ID number, and thinking of the visualization of it first, and then adding in information as you go if it's necessary. So that might be a good place to start for this one.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great point. Is writing identification card is fine without any context, but there's a lot of other ways to give context to what an object is. Mm-hmm. And in this case, having an ID number and a photo and a name and a role or a job title or something, it pretty much does everything that we expect an ID card to, and so it allows you to sort of drop other things off. Mm-hmm. And maybe how you frame it with a lanyard or a little hole or a signature or something does that.
Yeah, I agree.
So thank you for submitting. Let's see. Okay, so this is two IDs in here.
Okay, cool. Ryan, I like this whole the picture frame. I'm always I'm always loving this picture frame idea. It's fun. And because it's going to be a piece of the Adobe logo that they're pulling in, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Cool. It's really simple. I think that the typeface doesn't fit with the overall blockiness. It's kind of fighting with the serif, like the round serif and then these big, bold, sharp, like iconography in the background. Maybe do something a little bit more sans serif and blocky, or a slab that could really feel punchy and grounded.
Yeah. The full bleed photo, the photo that's going all the way to the edges is kind of fun. Again, it's like an ID card typically isn't like necessarily the most exciting piece
Right.
of our object around, but you know, a moment to put a really great photo, like well lit, well shot, and bring it all the way to the edges is really, it kind of could elevate.
Yeah, it's the first one we've seen with a photo that's like in context in a way that's really nice. I will point out one more thing. Remember your background colors, because they kind of fight a little bit with the IDs themselves. So remember how you're presenting your work, and always think about how to focus on the work, not the background. So back and front are more prominent than the name Ryan, and then also the colors themselves in the background are fighting a little bit with the red and green, even though it's a derivative of the lighter green and pink.
Yeah, great. So thank you, Ryan. All right. This was the first one I saw submitted today. And
Nice.
Yeah, it starts off with a
Number one.
with a bang. Yeah.
Yeah, go number one. That's awesome. I think it looks great. I like that the first name is prominent. It's a fun, way to really say like, hey, it doesn't really matter my full name. Just call me Josiah.
Right.
It's awesome.
Yeah, this is it pops, right? Like it does what it needs to. There's like kind of a nice grain and blur effect, which is interesting because you're sort of going for this like interdimensional like perspective. And so I think those are nice touches, right? I mean, they can be overdone really quickly.
Totally.
But it's just a bit of interest that's kind of subtle, and I think that's really fun.
Yeah.
And overall, the like lanyard colors matching, that's really nice. So like it'd be a cool thing to wear. Like you'd feel pretty proud about it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Nice. All right. So there's two versions here.
I love this.
Yeah.
Again and again and again and again. That's awesome. Super fun. Go John Doe. Wait, there's another one. Check this one out.
Yeah.
It's me!
Wow. Graphic designer.
I was like, hey, look at that one.
Yeah.
That one's pretty
right
cool.
There. VIP.
And I'm VIP, that's
Yeah.
right. Super cool. I love the colors because that's the colors I'm using. Super awesome.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, this might be another fun one to bring fully to the edge. The type here is, it comes off the edge, and so it almost sort of begs to actually come off the actual edge of the card.
Oh, you know what? That might be a plastic
sleeve or something.
Yeah,
that's true.
It could be.
So
super.
Yeah,
I really like it. I think
orange.
it's fun. I don't think there's much I would change at all, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, anyone can be creative again. I think it's a fun idea.
That is a fun idea. It's sort of like a reinvention or an opportunity. Like, wait, let's come back to something maybe we forgot.
Totally. Like, again and again and again.
Nice.
Great idea.
So we saw this one.
Oh, Paul Tranny, this is like the one, man. This is the one. I always love it when he shows up in the work. This is great.
Right.
Hey, Paul, check it out.
Yeah,
You got your own ID. It's a live conference with Paul. This is nice. It's very simple, and I think if you were to carry through the bottom area in other graphic elements in the program, then I can totally see where this could start to come through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
he has toothpaste hair too.
Yeah.
So.
The thing. For most of this card, it's like vertically aligned or center aligned vertically. And I think obviously that's sort of broken up here, and that's not to say that you can't break it to create interest or to highlight or emphasize a certain area, but I think in this case it gets a little confusing up top, and you may just go, I bet fully center aligning everything, making this logo much smaller, putting it at the top, or something. You'd sort of start to achieve a different kind of harmony that would be like one or two steps, and already I think it would feel pretty good. So thank you for submitting Lead Designer. And I think that's it. I went through these earlier, and most of these are the posters from yesterday.
Oh, cool.
So
Awesome.
are we gonna count how many we did, right?
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16,
15.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Beat 22 next
Wow.
chat. Woo!
That's an incredible amount of submissions.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we love that everybody submitted it. So just so you know, we're not going to pick a winner or anything right now.
No.
The whole day is people are going to be submitting ID cards. If you want to kind of resubmit or make a new design or definitely just go
or take
back.
some of the feedback and update yours.
Yeah, actually just update it. That'd be amazing. And then tomorrow we'll be announcing the winner from all of today. So
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
yeah,
cool.
definitely want to thank everybody for submitting. I know it's a lot to like watch, and maybe you have a job or something, and you're also creating work. So
Totally.
it's awesome. Let's do just kind of a quick recap
great.
of what you went through. I think that this might be the end of the Y conference for this stream.
I might. I think I'm gonna do something different tomorrow. Work on a different client. I have 2 clients that I'm working with. One is Lollyware, which is an edible straw, and the other one is Prismatic, and they are a health and wellness brand that's starting up in San Francisco. So both of them are female formed, and they have she-EOs, which is
Nice.
a coin that Chelsea Briganti made the other day, which is amazing. So I'll be working on one of those 2 tomorrow. We shall see.
It's gonna be like a game time
It'll be
decision,
a game, yeah,
right?
game time.
So yeah, so if anybody's interested, definitely tune in tomorrow because that's gonna be
Yeah, for sure.
Both sound
It's gonna
really
be fun. So just to wrap up what we covered today and yesterday, Y24, I'm doing the design for AIGA's Y Design Conference for 2019. And I started out with my illustrations. I took those into glyphs and created a custom font for Y24 called Y24 Display. And you can see that full set here, everything with punctuation and then some alt glyphs so that I can utilize those to differentiate the logo versus some specific characters. Looking at the color palette to make sure that it feels excited, confident, inclusive, and eager, just like the people that are going to attend the conference. And also created a write-up that I could pull copy from so that we can talk about why we're saying the year of yes and how it's gonna be pretty fun. Use that copy today and yesterday to create some collateral, such as these posters. So we've got the, oh yeah, sure as shit, right as rain, hell yes. And we've got what happens when we say yes. And then this really details into, why it's the yes conference, why it's the year of yes, and what type of speakers are gonna be there and what they're gonna talk about, which is their own successes and failures and how they've changed throughout their career. We also have some additional posters that are more just like beauty posters is what I like to say. Like these are just for beautification purposes because I like to make patterns and, have fun with my designs. So
You should.
and then this one really shows that whole like, oh yes, okay, aye, heck yeah, that year of yes mentality. And we put together some badges, 2 different types, mainly using this idea of being able to throw your name on there with a silver Sharpie or maybe a black Sharpie, depends on the Sharpie we have on hand. And then they can personalize it themselves, but also have a bit of a memento because it still has that fun design on it. We looked at creating some collateral as well. So we did t-shirts, which were really fun. We went into Photoshop and used the Puppet Warp so that we could, make it look very realistic on the shirt, following the model's form and shape and the way that the shirt creases. And then some socks, which I'm totally obsessed with. I want to wear a pair. We did an awesome tote that really just shines the Y logo, and I think that this is the whole reason I created this design is because I had this idea of a Y and what this Y would feel like, very like round, disco, all-encompassing, informative, rolling, fun. Pillows, posters, notebooks. So yeah, that was the full day today.
Notes and
And
totes.
yesterday too. Yeah, notes and totes.
Yes.
It was pretty fun. I'm excited.
So much fun, an
Yeah.
incredible amount of work. Tomorrow's going to be something completely different, but Kristine is going to be the same
Yeah, I'll be
lively,
the same here.
amazing designer, and she'll be joining us. So also stick around today. We're about to be off in a minute, but Kathleen, very talented Kathleen, is here with a very talented Fair Projects. They're going to be joining us in like 5 minutes. So stick around.
Awesome.
Keep making challenges. Keep tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.